promise me that you'll come back?
Armageddon, directed by Michael Bay, is a sci-fi disaster film that blends high-octane action with emotional drama. The film features an ensemble cast led by Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, and Liv Tyler. This movie keeps the audiences on the edge of their seats until the very end. It was the second after Titanic Best Movie of the Year 1998 and still remains favorite film among the movie lovers. Thank you so much everyone for voting for Bruce Willis movies. Armageddon and The Last Boy Scout are the winners. So the lesson based on the action comedy The Last Boy Scout is also on the list for the English vocabulary lesson, thanks to you. If you are still not subscribed, please do, not to miss our engaging lessons together. You are more than welcome to write your movie suggestions and vocabulary you'd like to focus on, and I will include them in the lessons for you. Armageddon is not only catching and entertaining, but also easy to watch for an intermediate student because there are just very few difficult idioms and phrases. The only challenge as an English learner of level B1 or B2 you can face is terms regarding solar system, some more advanced vocabulary, and probably some fast actor speaking. There is plenty of sarcastic humor and jokes which we're gonna go through together and learn new words and expressions. As the movie is 2.5 hours long, and in order to cover the most of it, the vocabulary will be explained with sentence paraphrasing by easier for understanding words instead of full definition of the word. It will be quite an intense and fast advanced vocabulary revision. So don't forget to write down new words and phrases so you are able to remember them and use in your English speaking practice. It's going to be easy and fun, I promise. Ready? The film opens with a CGI sequence of the 6-mile-wide asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
1 trillion tons of dirt and rock hurtled into the atmosphere.
1 trillion tons of dirt and rock moved uncontrollably at a great speed into the atmosphere,
Creating a suffocating blanket of dust the sun was powerless to penetrate.
Creating an unable-to-breathe blanket of dust the sun was powerless to move through, into.
It happened before. It will happen again.
The story begins with a sequence of destruction. A space shuttle is obliterated by a meteor shower, signaling the approach of a much larger threat. In the morning, it reaches New York.
Well, we're not going. Somebody shot, stabbed, and it's Friday payday too. Somebody probably jumped and get that paycheck.
Friday payday is true even today. In the US and Canada as well, employees get paid every second Friday. As we see, no one knows what's exactly happening. A taxi driver says it can be even a terrorist attack. Little did he know that just in 3 years, in 2001, nearly 3,000 people will be killed by the attack on Twin Towers in New York City. You can see the towers in the movies of the time prior to tragedy, including Armageddon. Tragedies should not be forgotten and should be reminded of to stay united and help each other, especially now when the world faces a new dangerous threat and people who fight it, Ukrainians, face the tragedies like September 11 almost every day. NASA discovered a huge asteroid the size of Texas coming fast towards the Earth.
We didn't see this thing coming?
Well, our object collision budget allows us to track about 3% of the sky.
Our object crash, hit, accident budget allows us to track about 3% of the sky.
11,000 NASA workers have to figure out how to save the planet within 18 days. That's the time people on Earth have left until the asteroid hits our planet.
It's what we call a global killer. Nothing would survive, not even bacteria.
Meantime, we see the oil drilling crew in the middle of the China Sea. Harry Stamper, the drilling company owner, is angry because of one of his workers' disobedience.
So you know I shut down number 2 last night, right?
Yeah, man, I had a hunch on that, too.
Let me tell you something.
I had an idea, based on a feeling it would work.
You will not disobey my rules. You got that?
You know, I screwed up. I'm a little edgy.
How long you work for me?
5 wonderful years.
I screwed up, I'm a little anxious, nervous, I'm losing control.
In 5 years, you have never apologized to me this quickly.
Well, I'm turning over a new leaf.
I'm starting to act in a better or more responsible way.
The situation gets worse as Harry finds out AJ is seeing his daughter Grace. But it gets more comic than serious as Harry is shooting at AJ, pretending he wants to kill him.
I'm pepperoni say, Rock, it's alright. Hey, pucker up! We got clients incoming!
Hey, prepare to kiss each other, we have clients coming.
Grace is very upset with her father's behavior. The sarcastic insults between them are hilarious.
I understand that you are handicapped by natural immaturity, and I forgive you.
I understand you're mentally disabled by naturally not completely grown up.
I may be an immature father, okay? But I'm still your employer.
I quit.
Right!
I may be the father who behaves not as wisely as expected of my age.
Grace continues explaining why she chose AJ and why he is a perfect fit for her. One of the reasons is they share the same style of life.
I was playing with titanium depth gauges. I learned about the birds and the bees from Freddie Noonan's tattoo.
So we understand that Grace has been with her father on oil rigs and among workers all her life. But why she mentions birds and bees? This name is used for a sexual intercourse when explained to children, for them to understand the way the kids are made.
The 5-year-old Lincoln?
Yeah, Lincoln.
You decided to talk to her about the birds and the bees.
Well, she said,
but where do babies come from? And we were both like,
real talk?
Real talk.
You can see this phrase in the books, magazines, and here when people refer to sex.
I was raised on roughnecks by you. Now you get all shocked and shaken when I fall in love with one.
Back in the days, people who worked on oil rigs were called roughnecks. But today you may also hear this word used for violent, rude, and not mannered people. Meantime, NASA workers got the only possible idea how to make the asteroid pass the Earth.
Are you suggesting that we blow this thing up from the inside? How?
We drill. We bring in the world's best deep core driller.
Turns out Harry Stamper is the world's best driller, so they bring him and his daughter to NASA Space Center and explain what's about to happen.
Half the world's population will be incinerated by the heat blast, and the rest will freeze to death in nuclear winter.
Half world population will be burnt to ashes, completely, by the heat blast.
At the beginning, the idea was to ask Harry to help train the astronauts and fix the rig NASA was using, because it was made by his design, which they basically had stolen.
You stole my drill design, couldn't read the plans right, and did a piss-poor job of putting it together.
You did a very bad, of a low-quality job of putting it together.
Well, I'm only the best because I work with the best. If you don't trust the men you're working with, you're as good as dead.
Harry doesn't trust this deadly important mission to be done by anyone but him. So he gathers his crew. Bear, played by Michael Duncan, Max, Ken Campbell, Rockhound, Steve Buscemi, Oscar, Owen Wilson, Chick, Will Patton, and of course the best crew member AJ, whom Harry's just fired. So he has to go and ask AJ for help by himself, but AJ wants apologies.
You know, AJ, I really look up to you. I'm very impressed with your work. I'm emotionally closed off.
I really respect and admire you, but I can't connect to you emotionally.
Obviously, Harry wasn't going to apologize, but he intrigued AJ and got him in the team.
What's up, Harry? Did NASA find oil on Uranus, man?
The happy faces changed into devastated faces the moment they heard the news.
You know me. Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. It's a phrase basically known just in American culture. It's a quote from a TV show used to say, "Get me out of here" by teleportation. It became popular and was used when someone wanted to leave very quickly.
I don't mean to be the materialistic weasel of this group, but you think we'll get hazard pay out of this?
I don't mean be a materialistic, sneaky and slight person of this group, but you think we'll get extra money for a dangerous job?
Everyone agreed to go on a mission, risking their lives for a good cause, and Rockhound, who refused at first, agreed just to make some money, which is also understandable.
2 of these guys have done serious time.
Look, they're the best at what they do.
So am I, and I'm not so optimistic.
The guys made a list of requests, which Harry had to present to NASA bosses. The last one was the most relatable to everyone on the planet, not only to Americans.
None of them want to pay taxes again.
So the training begins.
And your bad cholesterol is shockingly bad, right?
The training sequence is really hilarious, especially compared to see the characters' individual quirks and the clash between their blue-collar backgrounds and the disciplined world of astronauts.
Impressively failed. We normally take 18 months to psychologically prepare pre-screen viable subjects for space travel.
It would normally take 18 months to psychologically prepare, select in more detail more capable in working successfully people for space travel.
Talk about the wrong stuff.
No one believes in oil drillers considering their background and physical condition.
I'm Colonel Willie Sharp. My job is to train you how to deal with the mental and physical rigors of working in space.
My job is to train you to deal with the mental and physical unpleasant and severe conditions of working in space.
Coming around behind the asteroid, where we're hoping that the tail debris will be cleared by the moon's gravity.
We're hoping that the tail broken or torn pieces will be cleared by the moon's gravity.
And you'll land right here. You drill, you drop the nuke, and you leave. Now here's the key.
You drill, you drop the nuclear bomb, and you leave. Now here's the most important part.
You're going to remote detonate the bomb before the asteroid passes this zero barrier.
You're gonna detonate the bomb far away in distance before the asteroid passes zero barrier.
The remaining pieces of rock should be deflected enough to pass right by us.
The remaining pieces of rock should be turned aside from a fixed direction enough to pass by us.
Now if the bomb explodes after zero barrier, game's over.
Harry's plan to separate his daughter and AJ didn't work out. AJ proposes to Grace before they go on a mission, and the team tries to deal with Harry about the matter.
Harry, it's not like I'm rooting for AJ. Grace is not a little girl anymore.
Hey, Rock, let me get a pencil. I want to jot down all your pearls of wisdom here.
Harry, it's not like I'm showing support for AJ. Rock, let me get a pencil. I want to write quickly all your pearls of wisdom.
I'll be damned if I worked all these years so my little girl can marry a roughneck.
The expression "I'll be damned" is used in two situations. The first one you can hear when a person is surprised or shocked. And the second meaning, which is used in the film, means to refuse to do something, being against something. And it's always followed by if. For example, I'll be damned if he comes to my party, meaning I don't want him to come to my party, period. The team is going to test the drilling device, Armageddon, to be able to finish the job on the asteroid for only 8 hours and to drill 800 feet, which is 244 meters.
Let's get our game faces on. Now it's time for underwater simulation.
Let's show that we're determined to succeed at this.
Let's go! We're the younger team here! We're the varsity team! Take it to 11,000!
The team is split into two groups, same way as they will go in space shuttles called Freedom and Independence. AJ is leading a second team and he calls them a varsity team because they are younger than Harry's team. In Canada and the United States, varsity teams are the principal athletic teams representing a college, university, technical school, high school, junior or middle school.
Okay, gentlemen, we're going to trick him up.
As we've seen before, AJ is very ambitious and wants to prove Harry he's worth his daughter. So unfortunately, he doesn't pass the test.
If you want to replace a member of the crew, now is the time.
Those men in that room have zero tolerance for showing off, hot dogging.
Those men have zero tolerance for expressing your admirable skills and bold, daring behavior.
Going by your gut instinct or you trying to be a hero? You got that? Say the words, AJ! I got it!
Following your intuition, or you trying to be a hero?
I want my men to have tomorrow night off.
Seriously, huge security risk. What if they talk?
If they're too burned out to do the right thing.
What if they are too mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted because of excessive stress?
You see what's going on up there? These boys are ready to snap. They didn't ask to be here. They got pulled off the street.
The boys are ready to break completely. They didn't choose to be here. They were forcefully dragged away from the streets.
Do you think it's possible that anyone else in the world doing this very same thing at this very same moment?
The team leaves NASA premises to enjoy the last day before the departure.
I hope so. Otherwise, what the hell are we trying to save?
Everyone is doing the same thing, but in different ways. Chick tries to reconnect with his wife and son, and the guys spend the night in a strip club.
Just in town doing a little astronaut training.
Ooh, astronauta.
NASA's involvement in Armageddon was instrumental. The agency provided technical advice and logistical support, helping to ensure the accuracy of the space travel and asteroid impact scenarios depicted in the film. The cast even wears real NASA spacesuits, the only civilians to ever be given that privilege. NASA's participation included allowing the filmmakers access to real space shuttle launch sites.
It's very, very rare. I mean, the footage we're getting right now is extremely rare to get. That NASA cooperated so much that they let us shoot on this gantry. I mean, this gantry where we're using the scene between Ben and Bruce is right where the astronauts escape. And all this is real, where Ben and Bruce are walking down the gantry into the White Room, which we were able to shoot, which has never been shot. It's all the way down through those doors. And we were able to shoot 2 minutes. They stopped prepping the shuttle for 2 minutes while we shot this scene. Bruce was very funny. He goes, "Mike, you filming?" And I'm like, "Yep." He says, "Because I'm going to make a break for it and go right into this door right here." Well, he didn't do that. Ben actually tried to slide in, and he got scolded for that.
While the idea of drilling into an asteroid to plant a nuclear bomb is highly speculative, NASA's input helped the filmmakers create a more plausible and engaging story.
We had liftoff.
We are cooking next.
We're performing, proceeding very well, vigorously.
The flight sequence is pretty intense. AJ almost died at the Russian spaceship where they stopped for the fuel transition. Fortunately, he was saved by the Russian astronaut, who got into the shuttle and joined the mission.
Flight, we still got nothing there. We have acquisition of signal from Independence and Freedom.
We have gained a signal from the shuttles. We're going in, we're approaching with great speed.
There's too much debris, we gotta peel off! Negative!
We have to separate from the group and move away in a different direction.
What happened to the other shuttle?
Independence is off the grid. They're gone.
Independence is out of connection.
While everyone believes Independence, the other shuttle, is gone, nevertheless, AJ, Bea, and the new astronaut survived. They have the coordinates of the other shuttle, so AJ has got an idea. They take the Armadillo, the drilling machine, and go find Freedom, the shuttle that landed.
This place is like Dr. Seuss's worst nightmare. Couldn't have picked a worse spot to drill.
The tension of the scene is unbelievable after the bomb timer has been remotely activated.
Shut this bomb down now!
It's not my call. Hurry! You could set it off. Oh, man.
You could make it detonate, you could activate it.
That's why you were gonna dismantle this bomb.
What did we miss?
You're going to take the bomb apart, disconnect the bomb.
God, it sucks up here.
AJ, Bear, and Lev Andropov have got an obstacle on their way, a huge canyon.
Have you ever heard of Evel Knievel?
No, I never saw Star Wars.
Have you heard of Evel Knievel? So, Evel Knievel was an American daredevil known for performing dangerous motorcycle jumps. Nowadays, people use his name to talk about dangerous stunts. His name became kind of an idiom that means to push forward in the face of danger. AJ hand move pushed a small rock, which can fly now over the canyon in space. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Turn the thrusters off, we jump this thing, we float right over it.
Just for the record, this is a very bad idea.
As they successfully landed, not without troubles though, Harry and his team hit the gas pocket. It blew out. They lost the Armadillo and Max.
Prepare the world for bad news.
We're getting sketchy information that the mission has suffered massive failure.
We're getting not detailed and trusted information that the mission has badly experienced massive lack of success.
It will take about 3 hours and 57 minutes to impact Earth.
It will take about 3 hours and 57 minutes to hit Earth.
You're not going to believe this, but the other armadillo has arrived. Settle down and focus.
Let's become quiet and calm and focus.
Your boyfriend's back.
Houston, drilling has recommenced.
Drilling has started again.
Whoa, it's going to blow! We can push through this! We can knock this out of the park!
We can do it much better than anyone. We can do it extremely well with remarkable success.
I know what I'm doing, you just gotta trust me!
Take the call.
The decision is yours.
802,
The team is going to face more problems and obstacles, and unfortunately more losses.
The remote detonator on the bomb has been damaged. It means that somebody's going to have to stay behind.
Actors' dedication, remarkable attention to details, genuine high-stake drama and human emotion continue captivate viewers until today. This film always gives me goosebumps. It's one of my favorites, and thank you again for this amazing choice of yours. Join me in the next English with Movie lesson.